Hey kids, you trying to get into Segment City? Well, you really shouldn't, because Segment City is a mature podcast, and listener discretion is advised. I'm just trying to look at... I know I'm in an alleyway. I know how I look, but I got some fireworks for you kids. I got snakes and I got sparklers. That's all I got. Oh, don't give me that.
Everybody gets targeted ads, right? You get targeted ads, right?
I guess. I mean, I use an ad
All the
blocker,
time.
but sure. Yeah, I'll go with the premise.
I have an ad blocker too, but on certain sites, they'll it's just part of the content. Like they try to get around the fact you have an ad blocker.
Yeah, sure.
I got a fucking ad just now for OnlyFans.
Wait, is that even legal? Wait.
Here's the thing.
Is that even legal?
I have never seen an ad that is so like they know that what OnlyFans is for, right? They know. At OnlyFans.com, they are the people that
I'd love to see behind the curtain Will Kane's advertising profile.
Oh, they don't know what the fuck.
They're
have
like,
no idea
this
who
boy
I am. They're
likes exercise. This boy likes smoked meats.
Smoked meats.
This guy likes time outdoors. This guy likes video games. This guy likes anime.
Fun products for and goofy
also
shit.
this boy's a real horn dog.
Okay, but they're not advertising based, like they're like see the tits of somebody you knew in high school.
See that big booty. That's what they know you really need. That's what you want to pay for. It's in your. You can't lie to me, Will. It's in your advertising profile.
Here is the ad. I will cooking.
I'd love
on
to know.
OnlyFans.
I'd love to know how OnlyFans pitches itself as a non-porn platform.
I just told you.
Cooking
on OnlyFans.
You think people go on OnlyFans for cooking?
Delicious recipes aren't just in cookbooks. Join OnlyFans today and share yours. So they think that people are like,
we'll teach
let
you
me show off
in 30
grandma's...
minutes or less how to cook that ass.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's not for grandma's like bolognese. It's we all know what it's for. It's OnlyFans.
Who do you think the sucker is that signed up for OnlyFans thinking, I'm going to get this sweet soup recipe. I'm going to get this nice spaghetti this summer squash recipe. And then they say, oh, wait, one video over. That's a whole lot of skin.
Yeah. Oh, I have to compete with Melanie, who's showing off her entire ass. Okay, yeah, cool. I'm gonna let's see if people are gonna pay me $1 for Grammy's great brownie recipe.
Your suggested videos on OnlyFans is like, we heard you liked watermelon soup. That's not a thing. A watermelon drink. I can't come up with the recipe. We heard you like pasta primavera, so we think you like these titties.
I'm still stuck on watermelon soup.
Listen, I'm sure it exists. All right, don't question the power of the internet.
Honey, what is this? This is watermelon soup. You just boiled some water. Yeah, that's good enough, right?
This is just water and pink food coloring. This is no nutritional content.
It's as good as watermelon soup, I assure you. I don't think there's all that much nutrients.
Yeah, because we had all these leftover watermelon rinds, so I just threw them in a pot and I made stock out of them.
Watermelon stock sounds like a night, because at the end of every summer meal there is a bunch of corn that's been decobbed or whatever.
Right. It's just a cob. It's just the straight cob, no more kernels.
And then the
rind,
the crust,
a pile of rind.
Yeah, and then you just, I'm gonna take these guys. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna make a nice stock out of them, and everyone's like, you do you, man.
Did anybody tell you when you were a kid that if you ate the watermelon rind, you'd get a stomach ache? Is that a fact, or is that a fake fact?
Is that a question from? Oh,
no. That's something that was told to me as a child. If you eat the watermelon rind, you will get a stomach ache. That was told to me as a child.
I did not eat a lot of watermelon. I'm not a big fan of watermelon, but no, nobody's ever. The only thing I've heard
We heard you didn't like watermelon, so you might like these titties.
Look at these melons. I can't believe you didn't take that show.
That was too easy.
Oh, now don't you make fun of me for reaching for that low-hanging melon.
That low-hanging melon.
But that's just what we do here on Segment City. Welcome to Segment City, everybody, the laziest comedy show on the internet. My name is Will Kane, Melon Master.
And I'm Theo Sapakos, and maybe I have an OnlyFans. Only one way to find out.
I'm not going to find out.
Well,
I would.
Maybe you will if you get the targeted ad.
I would love if like your OnlyFans, because I actually don't know what. Do you just have pictures of people? Is it just videos?
Yeah, it's like pictures
of
and
just
videos.
Being like, hey, like
it's just an easy way to have a paywall.
Okay, yeah,
right.
But like I could, if you did have an OnlyFans, then you would just be like, it would be like you shirtless on the front, and people are like, ooh, this tall hunk, and then they click, and it's just you being like, so yeah, the PS5, I don't know, it's kind of like I would say it's worth it.
In with my tan skin, my lanky limbs.
That's how you do it in real life, too. You get everybody with the good looks, and then you hit them with the nerd shit. I don't have that. People look at me, and they go, this motherfucker's about to say something weird to me, and I'm just like, did you know that John Wayne Gacy was a clown? He was an actual birthday clown?
And they're like, classic. Freaking expected that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be explicitly about John Wayne Gacy, but...
But I knew it had to do with clowns. I knew it.
And that's the question everybody has to ask themselves every time they listen to us. Is the segment going to have clowns in it? Because we have a series of segments. They're all on random things, whatever we want to talk about. Usually we start off with a Will Stupid Thought. There was, in our timeline, in the past where we live, we just had Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And during Mother's Day, my parents just kind of, did the old chores, like secret chores. While you're here, let's get your help on this thing that they didn't tell us about beforehand, which was, my parents have a boat. They have a lake house. They have a boat. They're like, let's launch the boat.
Okay.
And my brothers were like, I mean, okay, cool.
Can't say no.
Can't say no. I helped, like, and we also did like a maneuver that I was like, this feels weird, and like we're just kind of doing a thing because we like, there's a boat like launch that people,
yeah, right. You back your boat into the water. Yeah,
you back your boat into the water. There wasn't like all that much water. It wasn't super high up. So my dad did this thing where he like unhooked it, and then my brothers were on it, and they were like applying weight, and then he like went up, and then he backed up really quickly and then stopped. And
no,
then it, like,
you're not supposed to launch it. I know it's called a boat launch, but you're not actually supposed to. You're supposed to slowly lower it.
It did not get very far. Mm-hmm. And my mother was also like, "This feels bad. This is not good."
You shouldn't
and so
be sliding your boat all over the place.
We like it did nudge it, but like, and then we were able to push it in, because it was just like a weird time. So my brothers are on the boat. Two of my brothers. We go back to the house, and here's Will's stupid thought. People forget that bad shit just kind of happens randomly, because my brothers got out on that boat. Fucking thing started smoking. They weren't able to get it going. Like,
what?
They got it going, and it wasn't like, it made a weird noise on the engine. My mom was like, "Oh, that was a weird noise." And then they were just straight, like, it was fine. They got a tow back, but it was just one of those, like, my brothers didn't sign up for this at all. They just got absolutely just like taken in.
Wait,
but
I'm confused. I would think that there's an assumed like
this is going to be ready to go. Yes, because my parents took
opposite.
it to
No, opposite. I would assume. I own a bike, right? And every year in the spring, you take your bike in to get a tune-up, because that's what you do. You do a spring tune-up. You make sure everything's good. And I don't even ride my bike that much, like a little bit. And I can see and understand all the mechanisms on a bike. It's right there for you, right? So I would assume that there would be an annual like tune-up for a boat, right?
Did I say there wasn't?
No, but I assume that if you got your tune-up, you wouldn't have a smoking boat.
You would think, right? You would think that it would be fine, except those fuckers. We have no idea what caused it. I don't know if we're gonna take it in or do.
Oh, I don't
try to figure
expect
it
you
out,
to know
but, like,
boat mechanics. That is
no, not at all. But like, my brother is a mechanic for cars, like, which is different, but still.
And
like,
you said,
similar
look,
stuff.
it's just a car on the ocean.
It's
the
an
easiest
ocean car.
It's the easiest transition. You should be able to do
Yeah.
this. Planes, barges.
Here's the thing: duck boats, though, can't fuck with that.
Oh,
Those are
shit.
half boat,
All
half
right. It's
car that can go into the water. So it's actually he'd probably be better at that. I
It's
don't know
probably
the mechanics of duck
closer.
boats.
I don't know
Yeah.
about duck boats.
I don't know.
Are
anything
duck
about
boats a
boats.
known thing, or is it just like a Boston phenomenon, or do other cities
Oh, it
have
has
duck
to be. I heard
The
that
only place I've ever seen duck boats is in Boston.
that's true, but most cities are on some kind of water, so I feel like duck boats aren't that uncommon. Did you know that? I think it was LBJ had a amphibious car,
Did he?
and motherfucker would trick people and be like, "Oh no, oh no!" and he would go into a lake, and then he would turn. He's like, "Ha, got you." But imagine being that person in the back of this like convertible car, being like, "I'm about to die in LBJ's like convertible, and I'm just gonna." And then
The
you
leader
shit
of
your
the
pants.
free world is about to kill me.
Yeah, that death. Oh, you know what? I would be fine with that.
At least the
If
nuclear football is here with us
Yeah.
syncs with us.
But then imagine you have no recourse against LBJ pranking you.
No, you don't.
There's no prank
You
war
can't-
that's going to
you,
ensue.
you have to either way. I mean, he is Secret Service for the rest of his life, right? So you can't
you
can't bring them in on a prank and say, "Hey guys, can you just take 5 minutes off so I can do a cool prank on the former president LBJ?"
If you would not get to the steps to place down the bag of poo that you're about to set on fire before you are caught with shit
You would go to the
with a
internet
gun to your head.
to Google search your first item that you were going to buy on Amazon as part of the prank, and your computer would lock up and your door would get kicked in.
Freeze! What are you doing?
Freeze!
It's shit. I'm about to shit in the bag.
It's a stink bomb. It's just bad. It's a bad prank.
You're about to do this. This is a biological attack on the former president, and you're fucked up. But back to the original. I guess we kind of got off it because, but bad things can. My brothers didn't sign up for that, and I was like, huh. Good thing that we had somebody that we knew that could tow them.
Yeah.
Or else they would just be stuck.
Just be stuck
for a while because they're in the water. What the fuck are they gonna do on a boat that doesn't work?
Yeah. I don't know. There's not much you can do. You're right.
Yeah, so it's like, but sometimes you can get into those situations. I feel like our lives are very controlled. At least my life is, where I'm like, I know what's going to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be caught in a weird situation unless I knew there's a percent chance. My brothers didn't know there's any percent. They like intuitively maybe you could. But my parents were like, it's fine. We're going to launch the boat. I trust my parents.
Yeah, I trust my parents to not put me in a situation where no one knows what to do.
Yeah, and then like I don't know what my brothers were doing. I bet my oldest brother was trying to figure stuff out, and then my middle brother was like, "The fuck? Why am I even?" I was. My mom was like, "I feel so bad for him," and I'm like, "Why?" And she was like, "I mean, he was kind of there just for like the counterweight." Like, I'm gonna get into the water. Like he just chopped up. Like they
Damn,
just were, like,
Mom,
hop into
treat
the boat.
me like an object. I see how it is.
I'm treated like an object at all times in my life. And
That's why you can go on onlyfans.com/willybutts.
Yeah. You're going to see my big butt.
My big old moon.
You're going to see just rebooting. Imagine how...
In OnlyFans, there's just far off shots of you mooning the camera. It's like a
thumbs up.
It's like a Where's Waldo, but it's you mooning the camera somewhere in like a busy scene.
All right, we could just find the blue of the Bud Light we know he's gonna have for something because he's just a basic boy.
Where is he? Where is that pale beacon?
Oh, one last thing before we go on to your segment. I was in a one-on-one with my boss at work. And we're just talking about stuff, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I set up this like fun meeting with new people, just to like I get to know you meeting." And my boss just goes, "You were just a nice little boy, aren't you? You're just a good little boy." Like the way he said it, "You're just a good little boy," and I started just howling, laughing because it was like I didn't know. I was like, You just took a shot in the dark at my sense of humor and hit the target
You
right in
hit
the
it
fucking
right on the
bullseye.
head, yeah.
Like, I don't think you could say that. If
For
anybody else said
90%
to
of
me,
people, that would have been a really weird comment, but for me, you got it. You
got
nailed
it. I was like, oh, yeah. Just a big goofball. Oh, anyway, on to your segment.
Here we
'Cause you're a
go.
good little boy.
Hey, Will, before we started recording, you asked me who did the best computer science in the world. Who's the best?
Yeah.
And I said it was our boy Billy G. It was Billy Gates. He did the best computer science.
Yeah.
Turns out that's the subject of my segment right now.
Oh.
We're going to talk about Bill Gates' $127 million mansion and the many features in which that are hosted within his amazing house.
Now, was this featured on Cribs or
you think Billy Gates was on MTV Cribs? He is above that. He has has literally nothing to prove to anyone.
I would absolutely fucking die if Bill Gates was like, "Welcome to my $1 billion mansion," and it's just like a shabby.
Who was
crew
the host of
MTV
MTV Cribs?
Oh, I don't know. Who cares? It's somebody from the 2000s that's not famous anymore, or just hosts some show. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark.
Oh, I don't remember.
Nick Cannon. I feel like Nick Cannon did all of those.
I don't. It's not available from a quick. It's not worth looking into more. But
I don't think it had a host. Now, I think
maybe you're right. Maybe it's just the people walking around their own houses.
They just open up their house and they go, "Welcome to my crib," and it's like they're hosting. You don't have to trust who are you gonna trust? Little John? Be fine about not be chill for a while.
I want someone to be a self-insert to be impressed by all of the things in these crazy houses.
Well, it's like HGTV, nice white people that are like, this is lovely. This is a lovely place. I like the trimming on that. You want somebody like that, or do you want something? I want what was the guy from Pimp My Ride?
Oh, that's Exhibit. Yeah,
Exhibit. I would love Exhibit to be like,
I want people to show Exhibit around their houses, and he's like, "Hey, right there,
damn,
you could put a PS2 right there."
It is a full TV, a full PS2. Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Thanks, Exhibit.
Cool.
All right. With a net worth of, this is from businessinsider.com. So we're just going to run down. With a net worth of $95.3 billion, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates is the second richest man in America, followed behind Jeff Bezos and maybe Elon Musk at this point. I'm not sure. Yeah. He took 7 years and $63 million to build his Medina, Washington estate called Xanadu 2.0 after the fictional home of Charles Foster Kane, the title character of Citizen Kane.
Interesting.
At 66,000 square feet, the home is absolutely massive, and it's loaded to the brim with high-tech details. 66,000 square feet. That's not a house, my dude.
So he named his house after a character that was a known megalomaniac.
Apparently.
He's like, I'm going to take the example of Citizen Kane.
It's a weird one. Also, I feel like naming your house doesn't need a name. This is Bill Gates' house.
Yeah. Or at least he could name it. I don't know. I feel like that gets a little bit weird when you name your house. So
here's some of the features. It has 7 bedrooms and 18.75 bathrooms. Which I don't really know what that means. How do you have 0.25 or 0.75 of a bathroom? But that's incredible. I understand a half bath, but what's a 3/4 bath?
Maybe it's just like a weird shower that doesn't have a curtain, so the water goes everywhere.
There's just a toilet in the middle of his in his garage or something.
Why is it a 2-to-1 ratio of bathrooms to rooms? I think this says a lot about Bill Gates. I have IBS and it's really irritable.
Or he has a lot of house guests, but he never invites them to sleep over.
Yeah. He's like, everybody gets their own toilet to shit in. It's like Oprah. Like, you get a toilet. You get a toilet. You get a toilet.
Everybody gets a toilet, except only Todd gets 3/4 of a toilet. He can't handle a full toilet.
We don't like Todd.
Todd, you proved to me last time you can't handle the full bath.
It's unfinished.
You took a shower in the middle of the dinner party. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking.
I gotta wash up, gang.
That's not what that means. Next fact, the house was built with 500-year-old Douglas fir trees and 300 construction workers on the home, 100 of whom were electricians. And the project used 500,000 board feet of lumber. Doesn't it seem a little like too much to be using 500-year-old trees? Like,
when you get to his amount of wealth,
that just feels to me like as humanity, we should just decide that wealth shouldn't be able to buy that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I understand that's not the facts, but like
we could get into a whole
whole other thing. Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole that we're currently staring at the entrance of, and we're like, I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole right now.
Oh, and my computer is shutting down. Looks like I can't criticize Bill Gates anymore.
I thought you were like saying this for real. I'm like, we should save the podcast.
Next fact, when guests arrive, they're given a pin that interacts with sensors located all over the house. Guests enter their temperature and lighting preferences so that the settings change as they move throughout the home.
Are you
Speakers hidden behind wallpaper allow music to follow you from room to room.
No, that's weird. I don't like that at all. Hey, no.
Well, what are you going to do? You want to turn on music and you want to listen to it. You're not going to turn it on in all 66,000 square feet of your house.
That's true, but it's so weird to me that you wouldn't just invest in headphones. Like, why are you... Headphones are $15, maybe.
Bill Gates has no idea what modern technology can do. He's stuck in Windows 95.
How much is a pair of headphones? $1 million? I don't know.
He's like, well, I've got all these Zunes. I guess you can just take one and walk around with it.
You could. Yeah, you could. You could just... That's... Okay, if multiple people... I know this is probably not going to be in the article, but if multiple people go into one room and one person's like, I like it hot, and then one person's like, I like it cold, are they both going to be dissatisfied?
This is another one where it's like you can either put on a jacket or maybe take off your coat.
Exactly.
That's like maybe the best we could do.
Or I would be more accepting if it was like, if Bill Gates walked you into his house and he's like, you feel that? Like, what
do I feel?
He's like, perfect room temperature.
Yeah, that would be more interesting to me, where he's like,
I've
calculated the perfect temperature and it's perfect all the time.
It's constantly room temperature in here. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'd be fine with that.
Next fact, you can change the artwork on the walls with just a touch of a button. Situated around the house are $80,000 worth of computer screens. Anyone can make the screens display their favorite paintings or photographs, which are stored on devices worth $150,000. I assume that just means like hard drives. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't.
So he's got a bunch of like 4K texture, like 4K renderings of really famous paintings.
Billy boy, I know you got an interior designer in here, but I think I know better. You need a nice Monet in here. This will really fuck up the ambiance.
2 words. Jumbotron. How does that strike you?
Now I'm clicking through and you don't have dogs playing poker. What is up with that?
You have a poker room, but you don't have dogs playing poker. I'm questioning your taste, frankly.
We're getting this is Smart House shit. This is Smart House.
Yes.
This is the Disney Channel original movie Smart House happening right now in
featuring Bill
Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next fact, the pool also has its own underwater music system. The 60-foot pool has its own separate 3,900 square foot building, the large brown building in the photo above. That's not helpful. People in the pool could swim underneath a glass wall to come up to a terrace area on the outside. So you can swim from inside to outside.
Whoa.
There's also a locker room with 4 showers and 2 baths. And hey, there's an underwater music system. So not only do you listen to your music around the house, you dive out of that water, it's still blasting you with those sonic waves under the water. I didn't even know audio worked like that.
I think if they're not blasting Dry Docks from Mario 64 at all times, are some like Donkey Kong Country shit at all times, and then every once in a while just hit you with that Sonic is about to drown music, which is the most terrifying thing. You're like, just to freak people out a little bit.
Next fact. There's a trampoline room with a 20-foot ceiling.
Ooh.
No word on how big the trampoline is, but we can imagine it would be a fun alternative to your standard exercise routine. These exercise facilities total 2,500 square feet and also include a sauna, steam room, and separate men and women's locker rooms in his house.
Oh, wow. For him and No longer Melinda.
No longer. He just stands there at the men's locker room,
Why
looking at the women's locker room. He's like, I don't know why I built that. Bill, I told you building a women's locker room was bad luck.
No ladies are gonna come in. And what if he just? Oh, never mind. I would have. Never mind.
All right.
I was gonna make a ladies' locker joke room with Bill Gates, and I was like, no, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm set. I'm good.
I'm set.
Next, an enormous reception hall can accommodate up to 200 guests. With the 2,300 square foot hall could seat up to 150 people for a dinner party or 200 people standing up at a cocktail event. A 6-foot wide limestone fireplace dominates one wall, while another wall has a 22-foot wide video screen. Jumbotron.
Jesus.
This tells you why he has 18 and 3/4 bathrooms, because he's hosting 200 people.
Okay, the temperature in that room is going to go wild.
You don't think it's regulated? Oh, because it's all the different people. Yeah. One person's like, I like it 30 degrees.
Nice. Yeah, just to fuck with everybody else.
Just fucking with everybody.
Bringing the average down. What if he hosted like a Game of Thrones party? And they're just blasting like, just following you everywhere.
He has a 2,100 square foot library that has a dome roof and 2 secret bookcases. Way to give it away, Business Insider. Including one that reveals a hidden bar. On the ceiling, you'll find a quote from The Great Gatsby that reads, "He had come a long way to this blue lawn, and his dream must have seemed so close that he could hardly fail to grasp it."
Once again, I feel like Bill Gates just doesn't have a lot of reading comprehension where he understands what
he's not picking up the full moral of the story of these things that he's attributing.
Yeah.
He has a 20 seat theater in his house. Can accommodate 20 guests in plush seats.
He's really just checking off all the boxes right now. I think like
exactly.
If you're rich,
he has a guest house.
You just do that.
He has a garage that can house 23 cars.
Oh, wow.
He has a favorite tree that is monitored by computers to make sure that it's healthy at all times.
That feels like sci-fi stuff.
How
like
healthy are those 500-year-old trees you cut down to build the house, Billy?
Oh, that's true. I took down some redwoods so I could make a nice women's locker room.
His house has oceanfront, and the sand apparently is imported from the Caribbean, which doesn't feel necessary to me. It's sand.
No, it's sand.
It's sand. And final fact: someone once paid $35,000 just to tour his house. Don't know why.
You're giving money to Bill Gates?
I think it was like a charity thing where you could do a charity auction.
Oh, that's different then.
Yeah. Still.
For the charity, I suppose.
Anyways, pretty base level house. Probably wouldn't even take it. Whatever. I mean,
to be fair, he probably could go bigger. And I'm kind of glad that he didn't go with like 10 million bedrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his one home. I'm sure he has many homes.
Yeah, he's super rich.
He did the best computer science.
Almost too rich, as I stare longingly at that rabbit hole. But I decide not to. Instead, I'm choosing to go on to another segment.
Yes.
My segment, which is also about
Bill Gates.
Let's just say
Melinda Gates.
Eccentric celebrity.
Now,
this is a article that I found on KQED. I don't know. It's a weird website, but the title of the article really got me. 30 Seconds to Mars is Jared Leto started a cult. Because of course he did.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. Everybody's favorite weirdo, Jared Leto. What do you have an opinion about Jared Leto?
It just seems weird. I mean,
he just seems weird. He just seems like kind of an asshole and kind of just like eccentric, but kind of putting it on as a front. Mm-hmm. Like there are some genuine weirdos in Hollywood that you're like, ooh, wow, yeah. But I feel like he tries a little hard.
Trying, yeah, I agree with you.
And so it's like, so that title is definitely that's how it gets you in.
Right,
it is clickbait.
Right.
It's half right. Like it's weird. So let's get
into
it.
I want to hear the details.
In the middle of August, 30 Seconds to Mars, the rock band Jared Leto had fronted since 1998, which also I forget how old Jared Leto is. He's in Fight Club.
Yeah, wow.
which was in the 90s. So
I would no, I mean, yeah, that is older than I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. Returned from an island retreat they'd held in Croatia for hundreds of fans and proudly posted photos that had a distinctly People's Temple vibe. Well, if everyone at the People's Temple had been white anyway. The picture showed Leto doing his best Jesus impersonation in flowing white robes, addressing fans who sat dotingly at his feet and being followed around by hordes of young women. The band captioned the photos, "Yes, this is a cult." So they're...
Yeah, okay. At least they're being forthright, you know?
So they have, like, they posted the pictures of, on their Twitter, and it is a bunch of people wearing white. It looks like a cult photo shoot. Like, especially because Jared Leto also just looks like a cult leader right now.
You think that if Jared Leto came up to you, Will Kane, and said, "Hey, would you like to join my cult?"
I don't have any change right now. Thank you very much. That's the first thing I would say.
We're living in a society here. Is that anything?
That would be funny to say to him. I'd go, "Your Joker sucks." That's all I really know you from. 30 Seconds to Mars. I don't know. It was fine. I don't know.
It's pretty depressing that the thing we know him most for is the Joker. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad stain on him.
Fuck Jared Leto. I don't care about him. He has a cult.
He has a cult. I don't feel bad for him.
And they're bragging about it. The band had been using that tagline for years now on social media in merch and in music videos. In 2013, Leto told the New York Times magazine that it was, quote, a joke, a response to journalists saying, "You have such a cult following." This is the first time, though, that the band has taken the reference to its most literal conclusion, even though they've been holding summer camps since 2015 and taking every opportunity to financially fleece their audience since the very beginning. This is absolutely the entire thing of it. I feel like that's just cults can be based off of that. But let's get into it a little bit
They're like,
more.
a lot of merch money in being a cult. Why don't we just full commit?
Yeah. 30 Seconds to Mars fans already collectively refer to themselves as the Echelon, which is an interesting thing. That's an
super
interesting
culty.
cult thing. Where I don't think Jared Leto necessarily set up. I think he did some stuff to be like, make a cult. But the fans seem to be like, get us into that cult now. We want it. And,
is there anything so much? Is there such thing as like grassroots cult where the followers start it
Make
and
the whole thing?
and then they look for someone to follow?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a cult. It's a grassroots cult movement.
And are a group that seems overwhelmingly immersed not in music nerddom, but rather a more general sort of love for the community surrounding the band. The 4-year-old video below doesn't bother itself with the band's music. Instead, it more closely resembles a commercial for a megachurch. And they have a symbol. They have a whole, like, it looks like Nexium. It's a
UX
pyramid.
designer in there.
It's like a triangle with like a band out of the middle and then weird symbols below.
Okay.
Once again, feels like it's trying a little hard. The Echelon also seems more than happy to don all white uniforms and worship at Jared Leto's feet. But they also had a series of tweets on this article. One says, "The maniac Messiah, seduction is his game." And it's just a picture of Jared Leto just like with a microphone just kind of saying...
Really?
Just having a little
if
talk.
seduction is his game, I would think they would choose a more like incriminating photo of him.
Yeah. Like many cults, the Echelon espouses an us versus them mentality via the hashtag "you wouldn't understand," a refrain Leto repeats often. That idea is push supporters to even more fervent degrees of devotion anytime the band receives any degree of criticism, which is pretty common. Like for Scientologists do that a lot of like, don't you make fun of Scientology? Leto is acutely aware of this degree of fan dedication, which is why the band once held a competition in which, appropriateness be damned, the prize was a night sleeping in his bed.
Oof.
That's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's weird.
In 2013, he said, "If people like 30 Seconds to Mars, they really, really, really like it. We have this cult, this family, these believers. It's this knowledge that has given the band
which
a
one
sense
of those
of
terms
entitlement."
Which one of those terms is the cult, family? What was the other word?
Believers.
Believers. Those are all pretty terrible.
That's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think family's
Family's
weird.
pretty weird.
I think because it's been so misused,
Right.
especially like during COVID, people were like, "We're all a family," and you're like, "No,
No.
you're Jared Leto. Fuck you." It's this knowledge that has given the band a sense of entitlement, of course, so ingrained that they have been known to specifically request their fans get tattoos in their honor. Take that, Nexium.
Oof.
Which is a famous, Nexium was a cult that branded women. Just as cult members often demonstrate their devotion by throwing money at their chosen group, the most obvious way Leto fans show their commitment is by giving 30 Seconds to Mars way too much of their cash. The band's upcoming Camp Mars, taking place between September 7th and 9th in Malibu, this is like an oldish article, charges, how much do you think for, I'm going to give you a description, for 2 nights of outdoor camping, and you have to bring your own tent and supplies.
So just camping.
Yeah, the getaway includes daytime outdoor activities like rock climbing and archery, plus 30 Seconds to Mars concerts, which the band calls Church of Mars. Fuck you.
God.
How much do you think it is for 2 days?
For 2 days, considering its cult prices, $5,000.
No, it's $1,000.
It's still too much for two
Still
nights
too
of
much.
camping. It's camping.
It's 2 nights of camping. You have to bring your own shit. You could get a way better deal. I mean, but yeah, it's way too much. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, well, you get 2 concerts. No, that's not worth $500.
Are you kidding me?
Like,
no.
There are several increasingly expensive dorm options, but the way to sleep in a space that isn't shared with strangers by throwing down $6,500 for a VIP experience. Day passes do not offer much better value, with the cost at $350 for a show. This pass does not include.
So wait, if it's $350 for a single show, then presumably you get 2 passes. It's a total of $700. So you're paying $150 per night.
You get it's just day passes. You just do day passes. That's where you show up for the day and then you leave. You don't get any dorms or anything.
Jeez.
Hardcore 30 Seconds to Mars fans have become accustomed to paying hundreds or $1,000s for crumbs.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, this is a band that has charged up to $900 for meet and greets, in which they are sometimes removed to the point of literally wearing surgical gloves. To put, I think they make the people wear gloves to like shake their hands and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's a big what the fuck for $900. For $900, I expect a hug. Like I expect
a kiss on the mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
With tongue.
Ooh. That is the deluxe package. To put that in perspective, One Direction used to charge $658. Rihanna was still charging $116 in 2015, and Taylor Swift has a policy of not charging fans to meet her at all. The great ironies of this is that Leto declared the band anti-greed in 2013.
Ironically enough, you have to put your money where your mouth is when you say you're anti-greed.
Yeah. Fans, the obsession with money is not invisible to their faithful following, but observing fans discussing the cost of loving 30 Seconds to Mars online can be rattling. There's a sense that while some of them feel ripped off, they are also fearful of fully expressing their disillusionment. In a lengthy article about the tightening restrictions during one signing session with the band, one blogger wrote, "The 10 seconds it took for them to sign, plus with a few minutes they'd stop in order to collect the present you brought them, seems short for the amount of money, but it is usually quite fun." Another said, "I paid $250 just to have an early entry to a concert. Overpriced. However, it was the best show ever."
You always have to qualify. You have to qualify your criticism, is what I'm hearing.
Yep. All of this is wrapped up in Jared Leto's untethered self-absorption. In 2013, Leto went to the trouble of buying the rights to goofy modeling photos from his My So-Called Life days, and then getting them scrubbed from the internet by threatening legal action. How have I not seen these? This is some Streisand effect shit, where I should see this all over. But he has literal, like, on their Instagram, there's an Instagram page where literally it is Jared Leto wearing a white, like, sparkly white robe, with a white or like a yellow sash or something with a halo around his head. like in fucking like stained glass windows. You know how
He's
they
a
have the
fucking
weird
creep.
like. He's just full of himself.
What a weirdo.
So just to kind of wrap this up. So could Leto's persistent assertion that he's the leader of a cult mean that 2 is finally becoming a reality? If one considers the band's entire history, 30 Seconds to Mars forming a cult just doesn't seem like a reasonable possibility. It feels almost like an inevitability, which is interesting. That you could form a cult around anything, I guess. And
Sure.
they're forming around 30 Seconds to Mars and douchey Jared Leto.
You just need
So
someone to
good
pay
for
money
them.
to. That's all you need.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to your segment, Theo.
From one celebrity nonsense story to yet another celebrity nonsense story, I want to take you back in time. There's a website called The Spoof,
Ooh.
which is a mid-2000s satirical blog.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
That writes about celebrity gossip, but this article is just so deliciously mid-2000s that I felt like I really wanted to read it.
Listen, I watched Legally Blonde on Mother's Day, and boy, that is a nostalgia trip.
Super
Oh
mid-2000s.
my god.
Yeah. So
I'm
this
ready.
is from The Spoof, and it was
Okay.
published 15th of January, 2006.
Okay.
An age ago. Rapper Eminem changes name to M&M. Mars Candy sues. This is some good top tier satire from the mid 2000s. This was peak culture. This is what we had.
Oh goodness. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for some more.
Marshall Mathers III, aka Dangerous, notorious gangster rapper Eminem, celebrated his remarriage to estranged wife Kimberly Mathers by formally changing his name to Eminem, prompting the makers of the real bite-sized candy, Mars Corporations, to, quote, sue his gangster rapping chocolate-coated candy shell pants off, right off his gangster rapping behind. Friends and family of M are asking.
Just the fact that they're using the term gangsta rap is
so painful.
Ooh. I'm loving. I feel like you're you're like, oh, the cringe of it, and I'm like, yes, that good. This is the stuff. This is like. This is like me hitting a vein of gold, and I'm like, there's more gold here. It's everywhere.
The Mars Corporation said, quote, if the marriage didn't work out the first time, M, or the second, what makes you think it will work out this time? M, aka Eminem, replied, here we go. This is the tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's some jacked up bubble dust you be talking. Hear what I'm almost saying, Fred? Look, I got my flav shaking light, so don't be chalk dipped tuna tins up in time zone near what I'm saying, Rudolph. This is literal gibberish.
Oh my god!
This is nothing.
Is their opinion of Eminem? He's not like a fucking like Neanderthal. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? I've heard him in interviews. He's eloquent. Like, this is somebody. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, actually, in terms of rappers, he's pretty well spoken.
Yeah. It's
Mars
This
Candy.
is somebody who's only heard one song from him, and they're like, I'm about to put down a blog post about this man.
Mars Candy, maker of the real M&Ms, is not so much unhappy with Eminem calling himself M&M as it is with him publicly rapping. It melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Okay.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
That's
Eminem,
the
rapper,
slogan.
right? Eminem, the rapper, yesterday remarried his wife Kim Mathers 4 years after they last divorced. Eminem, aka Eminem, this is so hard to read because it's Eminem, aka Eminem, even rapped about killing his ex-wife in the 2000 song Kim. The dangerous chocolate meister gangster says that this time the marriage is going to work, even if he has to, quote, kill the freaking ... Wow. Oh my gosh, so edgy.
Oh.
So edgy in the mid 2000s.
Oh, ow. Sorry, I touched it. And I cut myself on the edge.
You cut yourself on the edge. Eminem's wedding, a private affair in Detroit, was attended by such legendary celebrities as 50 Cent, Grandmaster Sludge, Puke Dog, and Outhouse Louie. This is nothing. M's bride, Kim, still...
You would have a great time at Bill Gates' house.
Outhouse Louie. That's a great one. M's bride, Kim, still alive, according to last reports, looked radiant, observers say, wearing a charcoal black see-through wedding gown and matching lingerie by Pimp Daddy Freak of El Segundo. Mars Candy Corporation says that they will drop their $10 million lawsuit against Eminem if Eminem will simply change his name to another alphabet, N and N, X and X. They don't care, just drop their copyrighted M&M, or he really will melt in their mouths and in their hands. Eminem responded to Mars, said, "Look, you chocolate-coated Jack B. nibbled candy-covered asses. I'm B. Eminem. This is so hard to read. My name be Eminem, and you candy-coated asses can go to tell your mama, her mama's mama, that fact Jack too, cause Eminem and his crew don't take no." I have to stop reading this. This is too hard to read. I should have skimmed this more thoroughly when I was gathering things for the podcast. This is legitimately difficult to read.
No, it's fine. It's that's what I've been enjoying about it. I've been enjoying just imagining the person writing it, just writing this blog post, because is it a young person? It feels like an old person.
It feels like an old person who's catering to other old people.
And you know what these youngins say is they say,
he's getting married again.
He's getting married and she has lingerie? Was that real? Is that a real thing?
I think none of this is real. I wouldn't take any of this as fact.
Okay. Yeah, this is not how people talk.
This is not how anybody, even in a satirical sense, even in a satirical sense, this is never how people talk or wrote. Like, this is entirely hard to read.
Fucking, they're just trying to.
Stupid.
It's the 2000s, like when, I don't know, when people could just get away with just writing this shit, like being anti-rap. I guess this is a big anti-rap time.
There's other related funny stories on the side that include Bush. I want a man in the center of the earth by 2012. What a time! What a time!
Oh, what a fun! Whoa,
that was a goof. That was a goof
shit.
At one point.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Holy
my
shit,
sides.
dude!
My sides! Oh my god! My sides!
My sides!
Oh god!
I'm afraid we're gonna have to go to the next segment because my sides might actually implode.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
fuck. Oh fuck.
Okay,
dude.
I gotta go. Let's go to something that is
Britney Spears' secret marriage to Adolf Hitler. Fuck, dude, that's so good. That's so goof. What a goof, dude.
Okay. That's
shit,
like,
dude.
That's like one that they would come up with in a movie for like a terrible tabloid. Like, that's so bad that it sounds fake. Okay, Theo, we're gonna go from one nostalgia to a slightly more modern nostalgia, I suppose. We're gonna finish up the worst Buzzfeed listicles that I could find.
Yes.
I only have 2 listicles for you today, so these we'll see how much we get off of these. But they're the dumbest things I think I've seen recently.
Okay, I'm here for it.
The first one, ready? The title of this listicle is 22 more celebrities that look nothing alike.
The first round just wasn't enough for you people.
There are 22 more. And
22 more. Just go wild.
They had a link to the first one, and they didn't have any of the pictures because that just seems to be a running theme on all these BuzzFeed listicles. But the comments still came up, and the comments, I've never seen such negative comments on something so dumb, because this is like,
this is so low effort.
Even like the dum-dums that go to BuzzFeed listicles are like, hey, so you didn't really put a lot of effort into this one, did you?
You didn't really try this one, did you? You phoned this one in quite a bit, didn't you?
So let's go to 22 celebrities that don't look anything like each other.
Yes.
You could have 82. You could have 82.
Robin Williams and Will Smith. There you go. Easy. That's one.
First one, Tom Hanks and Ashley Olsen.
Yep. That lines up. Thanks.
Their dissimilarity is uncanny, says the comment.
It's uncanny.
The fun of this is going to be seeing how stupid they can get with this. Vin Diesel and Daniel Radcliffe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that they have pictures of them side by side in case you didn't know what they looked like.
But the pictures didn't load it, right?
Oh, no, they loaded.
Oh, they loaded, okay.
This is the one they actually loaded for. Martha Stewart and Jennifer Aniston. Okay, there seems to be a range here because
Martha Stewart and Jennifer Aniston look more alike than Tom Hanks and Ashley
Olsen. Yeah.
Right.
Or a very bald man in Harry Potter. Like
a very bald man.
Pharrell Williams and Will Ferrell. Oh, that's a little pun there.
There you go. Yeah, that's true.
Zac Efron and Dev Patel.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like you're just naming celebrities. That's it. That's the whole. They're like, think of 22 celebrities. Now pair them. You have a BuzzFeed listicle.
My favorite part is everything has a caption. I think they like need a caption or something because two different guys with two totally different looks and facial structures. Okay, cool.
Hey, that's what looking different is.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're a couple. They don't look anything alike. Halle Berry and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep.
Seems to me like they don't have any relation to each other at all.
Thanks.
Tony Bennett and Jackie Chan.
Great. Good. Yep.
Ellen DeGeneres and Rooney Mara. They are both, though they are both women, they have very distinct faces. This person, I feel like,
this feels like it was written by a robot, like 4 other robots that are like, tell the difference between these 2 organisms.
Or somebody who just got over face blindness and is now like, holy shit, Hillary Clinton and Liv Tyler don't look anything alike.
It's like they're on an exam and they're like, shit, I got it wrong. I better look at the explanation for why they're not the same. Better consult that caption. 2 different humans with different facial structures. Shit, you're right.
Wait, one sec. Oh my, wait. Oh no. Okay. The Channing Tatum and Oprah Winfrey. I got excited because it said, I've said it once and I'll say it again. They look so different.
You're hoping.
And it has a link to the first 22 celebrities that don't look alike. So I think
you thought they phoned it in so hard that they weren't even, they were going to repeat it. Oh my God.
They did the same one. Wait, is that it? That was 11.
Well, it's 11 pairs, which is 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I had a heart attack right there. I was like, oh my God. Now, for the last one.
Yes.
20 slightly incorrect names for food.
Yes, I love this. Here I am. Here I am waiting for these names. Come on.
This is so fucking stupid. Okay, ready? First one.
I can't believe they get ad money from this bullshit. This is some nonsense.
People are paid for this. This is their job. Ready for the I want to see if you can guess what the actual name for the things are.
To engage all of my brain cells.
These are incorrect. They are right on the money. They are incorrect. Milk snakes.
Cheese sticks.
No. I mean, close. Both dairy.
Push pop. No, not push pop. Fucking Go Gurt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that. Yes, milk snakes and
push pop
for Go Gurts.
Yes, I did it.
No, milkshakes.
Oh, milkshakes. Milk snakes.
You fucking moron. I thought you were doing a bit.
I thought, I was thinking like the shape of a snake, but it's a dairy product.
I will give you the benefit because you were thinking too smart.
I was thinking too smart.
Yeah.
I was thinking if like a 3-year-old didn't know the name of something, so they just put together 2 ideas.
You thought that they didn't just change one letter.
Literally one letter. Okay, now that I know the caliber of change we're talking about here, I'm ready for the rest of the quiz.
I had said guess what they are jokingly, but now this now it's
actual. Yeah.
Cheesequake. Can you guess what that is?
Cheesequake. Cheesequake.
Yeah.
Cheesequake
is
cheesecake. Cheesecake.
I like that you're like actually being like cheesequake.
I have
cheesequake.
I was thinking about it analytically, like what letter is wrong, and then I was just like, you just have to listen to the sound coming out of your mouth.
Ready? Cinderella steaks.
Cinderella steaks.
Yeah, this one's a little harder. They pushed it a little bit more.
Cinderella steaks.
You gotta just keep saying it out loud. It's easy for me because I have the pictures of things.
What is a Cinderella steak?
A mozzarella stick.
Okay, that's stretching it too much. Now you've just started the expectations here. I can't. This rule set is too finicky, too wobbly. It's going everywhere.
This one's extra garbage. Buffalo things.
Yeah. Okay. Buffalo wings. Get it. Yeah. Next.
You can call buffalo wings buffalo things, and people wouldn't be very confused. Pancakes.
Pancake, right?
Yeah, that's
great. That's so stupid.
Now you're questioning yourself.
This is pure idiocy. Why am I I feel like I'm actively losing brain cells when I'm doing this.
This is a product they put out on the internet, and they put their stamp on it, like put it out the internet to sign off.
Hey y'all, I paid a university for a degree that I'm now using to figure out what pancake is. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Egg, bean, and dip.
Egg, bean.
Yeah, egg, bean, and dip. Egg, bean, and dip. Egg, bean, and dip.
Oh, eggs Benedict.
Yeah.
Egg, bean, and dick. Okay. Yeah. This is so stupid.
This one's dumb. Peanut Boy and Jaleel.
Sounds like a rap duo.
Can I be
Outcast.
Peanut Boy? I want to be Peanut Boy.
I'll be Jaleel if you'll be Peanut Boy.
Okay, this is cheating because this is a name of a different food, and it doesn't even sound like it. Pringles.
That's already a food. It's not.
It's pickles. It doesn't even sound like it.
You can't just name it. I call this one hamburger. What does it mean? Pop-Tart.
Okay, now they're just being fucking assholes. Humbungalow.
Hamburger. Okay.
Humbungalow. Yeah, you know those normal things that everybody incorrectly says about
Humbungalow sounds like a low-effort Pokemon name.
Honey, what were you thinking? The Humbungalow, or were you thinking the Peppertoni Pizzazz?
No, stop. Now it's just baby talk.
It's pizza, but with Pizzazz.
Pizzazz.
Pizzazz. Not bones.
Not bones.
Not bones.
Anything that doesn't have bones. What?
Not bones. Not bones. Not. They're missing a cha sound.
Nachos.
Yeah.
Not bones? Get the hell out of here. So
Blumbos.
Blumbo?
Blumbo. You know when you go to the farmer's market and you go, how much for this box of Blumbos?
Blueberries? What?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Oh, this is stupid. French friends.
Yeah, okay. French fries, great.
Oh, this is another one. That's another food. Bunch of morons. It's salmon. Salmon. It's salad. I don't know why they think salmon sounds like salad.
Salmon's already a food.
Choice plate. It's charcuterie. I don't know how they would ever. Okay, this one.
Plate.
This is great.
Yeah,
it is a
choice plate.
That is actually an effective name for a charcuterie board. Megaroni and cheats.
What? Megaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Pepperoni and cheese.
No.
Ravioli. No.
Megaroni and cheats. Macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. Why am I putting myself through this? Why have you trapped me this in this segment?
Right. We'll just do a few more. Shh. It's just shh. You know when you say that? When you go and get sushi?
No.
Shh.
Stop. You can't turn to the waiter and say, yes, I'll have 3 orders of a shh. Excuse me, sir, what?
The last ones are the best ones, so we're just going to finish it out. Bong Paquito.
Bong Paquito.
Paquito.
Is that a burrito?
No. It is.
Paquito.
The first word is baked, which actually goes
potato.
With bong. Baked potato is correct. It's stupid.
That's so stupid. Come on.
Ready? Spaghetti and meats.
Yeah, okay. Spaghetti and meats is pretty good. Spaghetti and meats sounds like something I would actually say.
Blumbos. And then the last one is the dumbest. I don't think it's the dumbest of all, but it is very dumb. Talking.
That's just a word.
Talking is taco, apparently.
No.
Somebody got paid for this shit.
Expose them now. Who wrote this? Expose them. To all 10 of our listeners.
The comments, the first three comments are, this is the dumbest fucking article I've ever read. What the fuck, BuzzFeed? Like,
this is the Jack Sparrow moment. Yes, but you have heard of me. Like, yes, but you have read the list. Mission accomplished.
And then you're really just phoning it in now, aren't you? Where have you been?
Where have you been? This has been the whole gig. This has been the whole gig.
But that has been bad listicles from BuzzFeed, and it's the end of the show.
It's Blumbo time, baby.
It's gotta get those
fucking Blumbo time.
Milk snakes. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this podcast. If you have any segments or anything that you want to send to us, send it to segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com. Hit up our Twitter @segmentcity, our YouTube Segment City. Leave us a review, leave us a rating, leave us some, I don't know, some good, get us that cheddar. Get us some cheesequake.
Give us some Blumbo.
Give me some Blumbos. Send some Blumbos our way. And then maybe we should send a Blumbo or two to our friend.
Rachel Robinson.
Yeah, there you go.
She deserves all the Blumbos and the milk snakes.
Milk snacks.
Milk snacks. I'll take 2 milk snacks. That's it. You can find her work somewhere. I don't know. Should probably find that out, right?
What a fucking great ad we did for
What
her.
a great shout out. Thank you, Rachel. She does great work, and we appreciate her. She does the intro music for our podcast, and we appreciate everything she does for us.
And we appreciate you. And you know what? I enjoyed wasting Theo's time. I hope I didn't waste everybody else's
Definitely
time.
fucking wasted my time, dude.
I was in your brain cells.
Yeah, dude.
I love it. Anyway.
Came out worse after that.
Don't we all?
Put a Blumbo up your booty.
Only on my OnlyFans.
Oh, damn.